Hi, I'm Gene Ginsberg, and I have Steven Rosenberg here. Steven, where are you today?
Hey guys, I am in beautiful Austin, Texas right now. It's a gorgeous day out in a thriving city, and I am so excited to be here.
That's awesome. We spoke about this earlier, Steven. You mentioned a little bit, but you have been in Austin for a few days,
Mhm.
and you have been to a couple of events and talked to some businesses around here about their social media. So tell me about the social media atmosphere on your trip to Austin.
It's a great question, and I'm really excited about it because I've noticed that there is a flourishing abundance of social media environments popping up everywhere here in Austin. I mean, it is definitely a big tech driven city, and across all different platforms from Snapchat to Facebook. Facebook just opened up a brand new office here. I know Amazon has an office here. Google has an office here. Dell Computer headquarters is here. And there's just a huge sector, and it's growing so quickly with that. And so that's very exciting to someone like myself who's really involved with social media and being able to help people and businesses with their social media, especially smaller to medium-sized businesses, and even some big global companies. I noticed could really benefit from things like Snapchat filters uh, to really give each. I'll just use a hotel for an example. If a hotel chain, they've got them all across the country, but the hotel XYZ here in Austin, while it's the same chain in Denver, there's a different culture and a different environment in Denver than there is here in Austin. And so I think being able to utilize that so you can get your own customized feel to each individual place that's relevant to your actual location would be a really smart and simple way for those companies to start advertising.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I totally agree. And there's so much that can be done with Snapchat filters, especially with the geo filtering that just came
Right,
out
right.
recently, for local businesses, for local
Events.
like hotels, events, yeah,
Yep.
things like that, or restaurants, bars,
Specials.
retail shops, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, the list goes on.
and it's been interesting because I've had a couple conversations with businesses about it, and some of them are really open to it, but I want to talk about the naysayer ones. And I thought it was so interesting because at the beginning of the conversation, it was immediate, like, no, that's a dumb idea. And then we talked through this process, and it's like, okay, well, the argument was 13 to 25-year-olds only use Snapchat. One, that's not true, but for the sake of this argument, it was true. So I said, okay, but you have to think about it like this. If your 13-year-old kid is on Snapchat and sees a really cool Snapchat filter from this hotel and they're posting that online, A, they're not just posting it on Snapchat all the time, but B, kids influence their parents, so if they say, oh, this hotel's got this really cool thing going on, I want to go to it because little Jimmy went to it, and it looks so exciting. That's going to influence the parents' decision, which is going to then look good on the company and get more business. So it's simple things.
And it's true. One thing that people also might not keep in mind is that Jimmy is going to grow up and he's going to go from being 13 to being 20.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened with Facebook. Is that 10 years ago we were all early adopters of Facebook, or
Yep.
12 years ago even back then. But people grew up, and now the people who were in their 20s are now in their 30s and are on Facebook. Same thing with Snapchat. Like the kids or the adolescents who are now 15 on Snapchat, eventually Snapchat is going to change and they will become more robust as an advertising platform, which I totally think is going to be the very close future. And so
Yeah,
things
without
will change, and then everybody's going to. So it's important to be an early adopter for platforms like Snapchat.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's not even. It's like, let's look at history. 10 years ago, the same people, if I was having the conversation, were like, Facebook. No, we're never going to use Facebook. Like, that's for little kids, And now all of the older generation is on Facebook, and so it's just it's binary. It's going to happen. It's happening a lot faster than I think people realize. I think the reason I get so worked up about it is because you can take such big advantage of it before they charge a lot more, before they, start raising the prices, or before the platform becomes overcrowded. All these other things that, you want to take advantage of beforehand, not after it's too late. So, yeah.
Totally in agreement with that, and we've had some conversations with you and I about Snapchat,
Yep.
and I think it's very important for people to listen to the message now, because I think once it gets a little to be too late, where like you said, things are going to get more expensive, things are going to get saturated, then I think it's going to be much harder to get into that space and learn Snapchat when it's already kind of behind the ball.
Mm-hmm. And then it's going to be another platform, which
Yep.
is why my ultimate message to everyone is you should at least explore it so that you understand how to use it. Even if you don't actually use it for your business, understanding it is really smart, because there's going to be another platform that comes out where you learn something from the Snapchat platform that wasn't relevant, but then this new platform is super relevant and you already have your bearings with you. So,
yeah, very true. Well, thank you so much for your time, Stephen. Anything else you wanted to add before we go?
I just wanted to know if anybody else out there has any questions about this stuff, or if they have an opinion about it. I know we would both love to talk about it with you guys. And I'm just really looking forward to spending more time in Austin. It's an amazing city.
That's awesome. Please, anybody who is interested, please leave your comments, or you can always get in touch with us by going to our YouTube channel. Stephen's YouTube channel is Stephen T. Rosenberg, and mine is Gene Ginsberg. And you can also get in touch with Stephen by going to his email address, stephen@mygreenpurpose.com. And you can get in touch with me at ginball.net, which is my website. So thank you so much. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. And Stephen, have a great time in Austin.
You guys have a green day.